Hello, I'm Becky. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to make an upside down pudding and it's going to be pineapple, but you could make pear and chocolate. So for this I've got the oven on to gas mark 5, which is 190 degrees Celsius or 170 if you've got a fan oven. And you're going to need a sandwich tin just like this one that's got a fixed base, and we're going to grease that. So our sandwich tin needs to have a fixed base, otherwise you'll find a nasty mess in the oven. It would all fall out the bottom. We're going to grease the tin using a bit of kitchen paper, just a smear of margarine, and rub it all over the base and up the sides as well. So that's the tin greased. Now we're going to do the golden syrup that goes in the bottom, and it is a messy business. So be prepared. We're going to put in 3 tablespoons of golden syrup. And I've got a squeezy bottle, which is so much easier than the old-fashioned cans that we used to have. It's my second one. And then my third. To get that off your metal spoon, your measuring spoon, the best thing to use is a silicone spoon because things just don't stick as much. There we are. So there is your syrup in the bottom. Into that, on top of the syrup, we put our fruit. Now I'm going to use pineapple and I've drained it, but I need to keep the juice. Pineapple circles will fit in there perfectly. And if you were doing a chocolate one, you could put pear halves or pear pieces. Depending on the size of your tin, you may need to persuade those pieces of pineapple, but it looks as if I'm in luck today. And I'm going to put cherries in the centre, halved cherries. You don't want anything too high because the mixture won't cover it otherwise. And to cut things in half, always remember to use a bridge and then just saw down between your fingers. It keeps your fingers safer. And the pieces of cherry just sit in the centre of the pineapple circles. Oops, sorry about that. And you have one for the middle. Okay. The next thing to do is to make our cake topping, and in my mixing bowl, which I've got sitting on a rubber mat so it doesn't slide, I've got everything in there at once apart from the eggs. This is called the all-in-one method, and I've got 110 grams of caster sugar, 110 of self-raising flour and 110 of margarine. To that I'm adding 2 eggs. I've done one, there's no shell, and then the second one, let's just check that one as well. Nice firm tap, pull it apart, no shell, in it goes. So all-in-one method using the mixer. Make sure it's switched on and we start to mix. It's a bit noisy. I need to clean off the sides to make sure everything gets mixed in really well. So just stop for a second, wipe that on the beater, and mix again. Obviously you could do that by hand, it would take a lot longer. It's a really quick way of making a cake that's going to be for a dessert type of thing. To this we need to just add a little bit of our fruit juice, a dessert spoon of the juice. That will soften it up and allow the cake mixture to spread more. And if you were making a chocolate one, it's at this point you would add your pear juice instead of pineapple, and you would add a dessert spoon of cocoa, real dark cocoa, not drinking chocolate, that has milk and sugar added to it, and that will spoil your cake. Mix in your juice and, if you were using it, your cocoa. Clean off your beaters, get as much off as you can, try not to waste anything. And now you're ready to put it in the tin. Now to get it into the tin and on top of the fruit, you're going to need your silicone spoon or a bigger spoon, and the first thing to do is to hide the cherries. And that just means that you're sharing it out equally over the tin. and then the rest of the mixture goes in the gaps. And then fill in with all the rest. Don't leave too much in the bowl. And now we spread it out. Use your fork, tap these pieces, these blobs of cake mixture, get them to join together. Try and get a seal around the edge of the tin. And then hopefully you will have covered all of the fruit and it's ready to go in the oven for 30 to 40 minutes at gas mark 5. This has taken 33 minutes and I think it's probably done, and I can tell because it's well risen, it's golden brown, it shrunk slightly from the side of the tin, it feels firm and it springs back, and I can put a skewer into a bubble hole and when I bring it out it's clean. There's another way of telling, and that's, I know it sounds a bit daft, but if you listen to it you can't hear it making that bubbly noise. So I think that's done. Oven off, and we need to get it out of the tin. I've brought the pineapple upside down pudding over to the work surface and I've put it onto a silicone mat to protect the work surface whilst I go round the edge with a knife just to make sure it's loose and it hasn't stuck. Use a blunt knife because that has got a bigger surface area and it's just more efficient. There's always a risk with a sharp knife that you'll cut into your cake. Right, jeopardy next. We're going to use a plate. We're putting it upside down on the pudding. And then we're going to get the oven mitts. We're going to feel the edge of the tin and hold on to it and tip it upside down. Now you won't have heard that, but I felt the pudding fall out of the tin down onto the plate. This is where you hope that the pineapple has come with it. So you lift up the sides of the tin. You might need the oven mitts. You can see the steam. And, oh I say, we're in business. We're lucky. Look at that. There you are. Pineapple upside down pudding. Just as good cold as it is hot. I hope you have a go at making a pineapple upside down pudding. If you've enjoyed watching this and having a go, please like it and share it. And if you subscribe, you'll get to hear what's coming next. Bye for now.